Hi, everybody. So glad to be with you today. Thanks so much for your patience as we have been working out a few kinks, and so grateful to be finally online with you. And I just wanted to share a quick little, um, a little story with you, if that's okay. And while we're getting ready to get started, and I'll introduce Susie, our first speaker, in just a moment. So today I had a really cool opportunity. I had the opportunity to travel to Pocatello, Idaho. In fact, that's where I'm streaming from today, is Pocatello, Idaho. And I have the opportunity to be here and go into the Pocatello, Idaho Temple. Hey, Chip, how's it going? It's good to see you. I had the opportunity to go into the Pocatello, Idaho Temple. It's still under construction, and be able to inspect some of the rooms. And as I was going through some of these rooms today, I was floored. And because of one particular reason, in one of the rooms is this perfectly white carpet. It's all white carpet. And many times in these rooms, they actually have carving inside this white carpet. And I never really knew how they carve into this white carpet until today. I heard rumors, but today I actually saw it in action. And what they do is they actually take a black Sharpie pen and they draw the design on this white carpet. And then they come back with a pair of shears that kind of looks like hair cutting shears. And they go and they cut along the lines. They cut along the lines on the carpet. And I thought to myself, wow, that takes great confidence to be able to have these dark lines, like literally draw on the carpet itself and then carve it. No rulers, nothing like that. They have some stencils that they use to draw the design with a marker, but then they just hand carve this carpet with a pair of shears. Incredible. Incredible. It takes so much confidence to be on your hands and knees with this black magic marker. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what would happen? What would happen if they accidentally slip? Whoops. I guess I owe somebody some new white carpet. But instead, they have practiced and they have practiced and they have practiced. And they have confidence in themselves as they put that black magic marker on the white carpet. And then they draw on it. How many of us have been told since we were little kids, don't color on the walls or the floor? And here's this grown man drawing on the carpet and then shearing it. What I love about this experience of watching this today is this. How many of us go through life standing back, holding back, because we lack a little bit of confidence in ourselves that we actually know what we do, that we actually know what we're doing, or perhaps we have imposter syndrome when we're an expert in our field and we still struggle to step forward in that expertise and stand in front as a leader. It takes great alignment, self-acceptance, and self-integrity to truly, truly stand in front. My hope and Susie's hope is that after today, you will have some tools to allow yourself to stand in front in complete alignment. I'm so grateful to be able to hold this webinar series with Susie, and I get to introduce her right now. She is a spectacular individual. I've known her for just a short time. We just met last November, and I have seen this woman already being a powerhouse and then allowing herself to learn her own message and utilize her own message and blossom into an even greater individual than I ever dreamed she could be, because she was already amazing. She is an energy healer. She is a master at what she does. And I cannot wait to hear what she has to say today. So I'm going to introduce her to the stage now. And I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Hi, Susie. How are you?
Hi, Justin. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so good. This is so fun. I'm excited to see who's online with us today. So if you're here, shout out to Susie, tell her hello, clap some hands, whatever it takes. But Susie, we are excited to hear what you have to say. And so I'm going to turn the screen over to you and looking forward to hearing your amazing message.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Justin. And thank you all for coming and watching live. I'm really excited to share this presentation with you. Yes, Rachel, glad to have you. Jana, glad to have you. Chip, make sure to tag your friends, comment, and let's just bring people in. I'm going to now share my screen with you. So just a moment. And let's... All right. So today we are speaking about being aligned with our heart, mind, and body. How often do we feel like we're out of alignment? How often do we feel like we are just not ourselves and we don't even know who we are anymore? I have found that when you're in alignment with yourself, you are in greater alignment in the other areas of your life. And so this is me. This is me probably last summer, and I have been growing and developing and really figuring out the highest version of me probably the past 9 or 10 years. And I'm still on that journey like many of you. And so I'm excited to share some of the things that I've learned and the techniques that I've learned and the things that I actively do to stay in alignment, or when I get out of alignment, to get back into alignment. I am a mother. This is my husband. These are my kids. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a fitness enthusiast. I work very hard. I put a lot of effort into taking really good care of my body, taking good care of my mind, taking good care of my emotions. And one of the things that really drives me to do that is so that I can be a better mother and a better wife for my family. Because when I'm a better me, when I am that highest version of myself, it is then that I treat them better and I do more things with them and I'm more present. And there have been many times where I have felt like this. Now, post a comment. I can't actually see your comments, but post a comment if you have felt like this. Type a 1 if you have felt like this, where you have had too many things to do and you are feeling time constrained and you don't know what your purpose is, and you're taking care of the kids and you're taking care of the finances and you're trying to keep the house clean and you're trying to have good meals. And on top of that, you're trying to maintain friendships and you're trying to plan family get-togethers. And then you feel like you're in this lack mode where you don't have enough time and you don't have enough money and you don't have enough energy. So now, why even try to go exercise or make a good meal when all you want to do is sleep? I was out of alignment, and I still get out of alignment. This was about 3.5 years ago, a little bit less. I was out of alignment. I was 10 months postpartum with my third baby. And here's the thing, I didn't know I was out of alignment. At the time, I was going to a postpartum support group because I was really struggling. And I didn't know how out of alignment that I actually was. It took me breaking my elbow to realize that. And my elbow, you can see right there, it did not feel like a bone. It felt like a soft cushion. And so I was out of alignment with my mind already. I was out of alignment with my heart. And I was also out of alignment with my body, because at the time I had gone down to 115 pounds. And I went to this support group and I just lost it. Like, I was hungry because I wasn't eating enough. And I was putting everybody else's needs ahead of my own. And because I was putting everyone else's needs ahead of my own, and I wasn't giving myself the nourishment that I needed, I was really at the bottom of a hole. And it took me breaking my elbow to start making some changes. I felt like this quite a bit because I lived in this dark, gross basement apartment, and I didn't quite know how to get out of that. And when I broke my elbow, this is what my elbow actually looked like. I want you just to look at that for a minute. This was when it was in the cast, so you can kind of see like the cast marks around it. So it was supported, so I was getting the support that I actually needed at that time. But in the elbow bone, it was completely split. That is not in alignment with each other, and my muscle, my tricep muscle, had retracted. And so my muscle was also not in alignment with my bones. And you can see that this is a black and white situation. Like, I had to get surgery. And surgery, like the picture on the right, helped my body to get back into alignment. It helped my arm be back into alignment so it could fully function. And when I am in alignment with myself, I can fully function as the highest version or the best version of me. That was my little girl, Juniper. She is 4 now. She was quite a handful to change her diaper when I had a broken arm because I had to do it one-handed. That was a challenge. So my intention for you today is to help you get into alignment in one area of your life. This was today. I was at the gym and I went to yoga. I went to power yoga, which is so much fun for me. That helps to fill my cup. And when my cup is filled, I am in better alignment with myself. I was balanced on both sides, as you can see. I had my core strength helping to keep me up. And I was able to lift myself out of some of the stress that I've been in. Like, this has been a really, really busy week. But it's because of doing core things to keep myself in alignment that I've been able to maintain myself and stay in control, but not just stay in control, not stay in a state of stress. So now it's quiz time. I don't know how many of you are here. So whoever is here, I want you to pull out a piece of paper and you're going to number it 1 through 5. And I'm going to ask you 5 questions. And so you're going to grade yourself with numbers. 0 meaning not at all, 1 meaning sometimes, 2 often, and 3 always. So question number 1. How often do you stop yourself from speaking your truth? Take a moment and answer and write that down on your paper. How often do you stop yourself from speaking your truth? Not at all, sometimes, often, or always. Next, how often do you value others' needs more than your own? Go ahead and take a moment and put a number to that. Not at all, 0, 1, sometimes, 2, often, 3, always. How often do you value others' needs more than your own? Number 3, how often do you put yourself down in thoughts or physically? How often do you put yourself down? 0, 1, 2, or 3. How often do you feel anxious? 0, 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to add on, how do you feel anxious or depressed? Because some struggle with one more than the other. How often do you feel anxious or depressed? Next, how often do you stay busy to avoid feelings? How often do you stay busy to avoid feelings? Like you're on the go, 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 and you can't stop, because if you do, you might actually have to feel something, which can be scary. How often do you stay busy to avoid feelings? 0, not at all. 1, sometimes. 2, often. 3, always. Okay, now that you've done that, I'm going to have you add this up. And I actually, when I put my grading scale, I had it up to 4. So this next one is not accurate. So I'm going to just adjust it. So if you are at 3, 5, so if you are between 12 and 15, this is probably where you're at. You're feeling out of alignment. If you have a higher score, that means that you're more out of alignment. If you have a lower score, that means that you are more in alignment. So the higher the score, the more out of alignment. The lower the score, the more in alignment you are. So 12 to 15, you're feeling disconnected from yourself. You're just trying to survive, and you don't quite know how to get out of it, and you're feeling stuck. 9 to 12, you are feeling out of alignment. You're still probably feeling a lot out of alignment. You're still probably feeling disconnected from yourself. You are still just trying to survive. But you probably know some things that you should do, but you're just not doing them, or you feel stuck, or you're having a hard time getting yourself to do those things. Next, right here. This will be about 6 through 9. You have most likely started your healing journey. You're seeking to be more intentional about your life. You're finding ways to let go, and you're in a learning phase, but you still feel overwhelmed at times. Next, 0 to 3. You are actively empowering yourself. You have challenges for sure, but you have tools, and you're seeking and you're striving to use them. And if you do fall, you take those steps to get yourself out of it, and you hold yourself accountable, because holding yourself accountable is a really amazing step to actually being in alignment. Let's see. All right. So now that you have an idea of where you are at, I invite you to pick one area of your life that you want to be in better alignment. This can be relationships, it can be money, it can be as a business owner, it can be just knowing who you are, it can be being more in alignment with your self-care. What area do you need to be in a more in alignment? Choose the first one that pops into your mind, because that's probably it. I'm going to give you just a moment to think about that, and think about that as I go through the next slides. Okay, the first part of being in alignment is your beliefs. Everybody has a belief system, for good or for bad. Now, these belief systems can help to build you up, or they can drag you down and self-sabotage you. As you can see, there's two sides of this picture. With the light, if we're in alignment, it's going to match. But if we're out of alignment, we have the dark side kind of pulling us down and dragging us down with that, with feelings of overwhelmed and struggle and depression and anxiety, and just feeling like you don't have energy. So beliefs, these are things that we have held since the time that we were born. 70% of your beliefs you have acquired by the age of 7 years old. And so you are probably carrying beliefs that you have had for a very, very, very long time. And those are driving your thoughts, for good or for bad. And so think about those beliefs that you have held. Like, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your body? Do you like your body? I'll just call it out. Do you feel fat? Do you Do you believe that you can't heal? That you have this health issue that you've had for a very, very, very long time and you just can't heal? You can heal, you can do really great in other areas of your life, but in this one area, it's never going to get better. See, these beliefs that hold us back, like, I'll never get better, it never gets better, I don't have enough money, I can't have what I want, I can't have what I need, I don't have time to take care of myself. These beliefs, they drag you down. And if any of that resonates with you, I want you to write that out on your paper and then scribble it. Scribble over it and then write, this is a lie. So that belief that's coming into your mind right now, write it on paper, cross it out, and write over that, this is a lie. But what actually drives our beliefs? Because our beliefs are really just a series of thoughts. Thoughts that we think over and over and over in our minds. This picture, do your thoughts feel like this? Like scribbles? All jumbled up? And you can't think clearly, you feel foggy. Thoughts are so interesting. I was listening to a podcast last night or 2 nights ago, and this is what she said. It's just a thought. Thoughts are just a thought. They are not facts, and thoughts don't define you, but thoughts come to your mind all the time. And you can be in the front seat and just go with those thoughts, or you can go to the driver's seat and start driving your own thoughts. But the question is, but I have all these thoughts in my head, what do I do with them? And if you have a racy mind at nighttime and you have a hard time sleeping, and these thoughts just come and they go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, what is actually happening? You are out of alignment because you haven't dealt with the beliefs and you haven't dealt with the emotions and you haven't actually let go of the stuff from today or yesterday or the day before or the week before or the year before. So those thoughts drive your actions and they hold you back. And so you can write this down. So if you're having a lot of thoughts go through your mind that aren't serving you, that are negative, that are pulling you down, bringing you out of alignment with who you really are, you grab a notebook, you grab a pen, you literally just write it out. Because when you write out your feelings, you're pulling it up out of your body and onto paper. And then you destroy it. Because those things don't define you. They need to have somewhere to go. And so one of the easiest ways to get thoughts out of your head is to put it on paper and let it go and destroy it. That is one way to let it go. Let me see if there was anything else on thoughts that I wanted to tell you. This. So when you have thoughts that don't serve you, for example, let me use me. I got frustrated with my kids the other day, and I lost my temper, and I got really frustrated with myself, and I got overwhelmed, and I had these thoughts like, I'm so stupid. How could I do that? Why didn't I just take a step back? Actually, okay, what I did was I kicked a hole in my wall because I lost my temper. And I kicked a hole in my wall, and don't worry, I'm in the process of fixing it. But I was like so mad at myself. Like, how did I not just like go do something outside to get the energy out? And I just got frustrated with myself. But I had to let go of those thoughts that started to spiral me down so that I could move up and out of that. And I took accountability for it. That was one of the things I did. I took accountability. I understand that I lost my temper and I kicked the wall. So I called my husband and I told him, so this is what happened and yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to fix it and I'm going to make it right. I made it right with my kids and I made it right with the wall. So yeah, we want to take accountability, become the driver of your thoughts. So you challenge them. Is that thought true? Because if it's not, I don't need to keep it and I can choose to throw it out the window. Emotions. So we talked about beliefs, we talked about thoughts and emotions. Emotions are often seen as black and white. They're bad. It's bad to feel angry. It's bad to feel frustrated. It's bad to feel sad. But I'm here to tell you something else. It's not. You are meant to feel emotions because you are human. But why do we feel emotions? Why do we feel the emotions that we feel on a daily basis? Because of the thoughts that we were thinking, which came from the beliefs that we chose to hold on to, subconsciously or consciously or subconsciously. And so the emotions that you are feeling is a direct result of your thoughts. So when you shift your thoughts, you get the emotion out on the paper or through exercise or through going into nature, whatever works for you to get the emotion out, up and out of your body. You can then make room for better thoughts, for better beliefs, and better emotions. Keep going. Okay, just going to keep going. Oh, yeah. And then emotions actually signal whether or not you are out of alignment. So when I was a few years ago, when I had my broken arm, I had all these emotions rise up to the surface because it brought to awareness. I actually didn't know I was out of alignment, but when I look back, I see that I was out of alignment in many ways. And so they're signaling that you are out of alignment. So when you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you're overwhelmed, when you are stuck in negativity, there's your red flag that you are out of alignment. But I know that you can get back into alignment. You can get back into who you are and who you are meant to be. Because who you are meant to be is light. Because you are light. You just don't see it all the time. And so here are some steps to, get back into alignment. I don't have these on a slide, but I want you to write these down, so I will say them slowly. Number 1, you need to know what you want. In that area that you decided earlier, what do you want that to look like? Be specific. Create a vision, a picture in your mind. So, number 1, write that down. Know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, how can you be in alignment with who you really are? I'll give you just a moment to think about that. Number 2, create a vision. You have to know what you want and be specific enough to be able to picture it in your mind. When you can picture it in your mind, you are much more likely to accomplish that. When you are in alignment with who you really are, you are in a beautiful, abundant state of mind. That means that you are feeling lighter. You are feeling more at peace. You are feeling more motivated. You have more energy. It's easier to get up and go exercise, or it's easier to go cook that meal that's actually nourishing than just to get the cookies out of the cookie jar. It's also easier to recognize when you're out of alignment and to make those shifts. When you are in alignment, you are in an abundant state. You know that you can have what you need, and you're actually moving towards it rather than just staying stuck in victim mode. You are a victor. You are not a victim. And when you have the right mindset, you can actually attract what it is that you want, whether it's good health, whether it's better income. Because when you open yourself up to it, God or the universe has a way of bringing that back to you. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything that I wanted to share. Self-care. You get back into alignment when you're giving yourself the self-care that you need. And I'll tell you what I do for my self-care. And this is how I start my morning so that I am better aligned with myself. I have an AM and a PM routine. The AM routine is read my scriptures, like even if it's just one verse, I pray, connect to God. I read my proclamation that I am paragraph that reminds me every day who I am. Music, I listen to music while I say my proclamation, and I review my day. And that gets me into alignment with how I want the day to go. And it helps me be in a better place. Okay, number 3. Write down what is stopping me from being where I want to be. What is stopping me? Or why do I feel stuck? Same thing. So number 1, know what you want. Number 2, create a vision. Number 3, what is stopping me from getting that thing in my life that I want, or having this reality that I want in my life? Because in order to have that reality, you have to actually know what was stopping you. Number 4, create the next 3 steps. And I mean small steps to get into alignment. And you'll probably have to work on this a little bit after, and that's okay. But I want you to at least have these steps down. So 1, know what you want. 2, create a vision. 3, what is stopping me? 4, what are my next 3 steps? Let's see. And when we are doing that self-care, when we are becoming aware of our beliefs, becoming aware of the thoughts that are actually stopping us, flipping them to thoughts and beliefs that actually help you to build you up and to rise up, and creating the emotions that you really want to create. When you are aligned with all that is good within you, everything else is in better alignment. You are then able to resolve relationships. You're able to bring in that income. You're able to stop yourself when you start to spiral. So going back to the story, I'm just going to flip back to my arm. This brought up beliefs that I can't ask for help. But here's what that forced me to fix. I need to ask for help because I can't even cut my own vegetables. And then here's the other thing that you didn't know about this, is we were also moving 2 weeks after I broke my arm into a new house. That meant I needed lots and lots of help to pack my boxes. I had to really work on that belief that I can ask for help and it's okay. Because what that did is that brought people into my life that I hadn't seen for a very, very long time. That helped shift my belief that when I ask for help, I create connection with people. I'm not just like super needy and exhausting to other people. When I ask for help, I actually create better connections because then I become vulnerable and my friendship and my connections with people grow because it's all about connections. And that was just one way that this experience was a blessing. Because when you are in alignment, your challenges are no longer problems. Or your problems are no longer problems. They're just challenges and you can overcome them. When you are in alignment and you make steps on how you're going to correct what's out of alignment, you then start stepping into who you are. And I just want to end with the thought. Yeah, and I just wanted to offer you something that is really special to me. See, I have created a healing modality called the Arise Healing Method. And I actually forgot my cards today. But this is a healing modality that incorporates your mind, your heart, and your body. It helps you find the roots of your struggles and your challenges. It helps you to release and to let go and to move out of it. Here, I'm going to stop my share. Okay. Hold on. There we go. All right. Just getting back in. Okay. So it helps you to align with who you are by letting go of the things. I'm just going to correct this. By letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. Now I can see all your messages. Thoughts are just thought. I love your example. Laura Christine, I want to hear your proclamation. I will share my proclamation. Do you guys want to hear it? Okay. So I got this little book because I had to get in better alignment with myself because I got off course. And so I needed to have somewhere to write down like my routine to keep track. Because when I keep track, I am better able to maintain. When I keep track, I'm better able to maintain. And so here is my proclamation that I remind myself every day. I am a queen. I am a divine queen, and I am royalty. My value is set and unchanged by the thoughts, feelings, emotions of others and myself. I am a being of courage. I take steps of faith, knowing each step is for my highest good. My best is good enough every time because God knows my heart. I'm influential, loving, and I spread joy wherever I go. I step into my divine feminine energy. I am the mother I want to be. I teach my children in love and respect. Building them up, I teach them forgiveness, and we have fun together. So that is the first 2 paragraphs of my proclamation. But I love that because it keeps me into alignment with who I truly am. And it reminds me, and I remember better because of it. And so what I want to offer you is this 6-month healing subscription. 1 group healing session a week where I address you and what you need specifically. And it's only $30 a month. And so when you sign on, it's only $30 a month, and you have a session every single month. And what you're going to get out of this is you're going to feel lighter. You're going to have the release that you've been needing for a very long time. We are going to address the beliefs, the thoughts, and the emotions that have been holding you back in every area of your life. Because when you help yourself emotionally, you also help yourself physically. When you help yourself mentally, you help yourself emotionally and physically. And while there are many times where we do need like the doctors and the medicines, this is just a piece of your healing. And so this can help to bring you back into alignment to actually see more clearly on what you actually need to do. And plus, it's just so much fun to be connected with you and to know you. And I want to just bring you into my circle and help you every single month. And so if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message, Susie Barrows Bell, and we will get you taken care of. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Thanks, Susie. Wow, what an amazing offer too. So $30 a month.
For 6 months.
For 6 months. And this, now remind us all, so this gives them a one session per month, is that right?
Yeah, so 1 session per month. It'll be a planned session. I'll also have it recorded if you can't be there in person. But I would love to have you there in person.
Awesome.
Because then like you get to kind of like ask me questions if you need to. And you get to pick the colors of my cards, and you get to really be directly involved, and you'll have other people to connect with.
So is this like an online thing, like via Zoom or? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so this will be via Zoom.
Mhm.
And if you pay in full for the 6 months, you get $20 off. So
Okay, so you get $20 off the 6-month subscription if you pay all up front.
right, so that would be $180 for the 6 months if you pay month by month. And so this is a 6-month commitment.
Mm-hmm.
But if you pay like for the 6 months in full, then it would be for $160.
Okay, so let me just, I gotta make, because this is an amazing offer. Okay, so you say it's $180 for 6 months, and how long are these sessions?
These will be an hour.
That's nuts! Holy Carmony!
Because my personal sessions are $90 a session. So my one-on-one.
Wow. Susie, what an amazing offer. So remind us once again how we can get in contact with you so that we can do this thing.
Yeah, let me just, I'm going to put my cell phone number in the chat box. You can send me a text message.
Is there an email that we can send to?
Yep, and I will put that in Can't Post comments. Oh, wait. Okay. My email is arisewithsusie@gmail.com.
Arise with Susie. I'm going to type it in too. arisewithsusie@gmail.com.
Yeah. arisewithsusie@gmail.com. Perfect. So just email me, or you can also Facebook message me, and I will get you all set up.
Wow. Susie, thank you so much. I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. There were so many amazing takeaways that I gained, and I'm grateful for your insight, for your wisdom, and for this amazing offer too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so what we're going to do at this time is we are going to take just a 5-minute break, and then I'll be joining you and to speak with you and share with you the presentation and thoughts that I put together just for you guys as well. So stay tuned. So we're talking at 5:05. We'll get started with my presentation. And thanks again, everybody, for being here. And stay tuned, stay on call, because I'm coming right up. Thanks again, Susie.
I'm looking forward to hearing you speak too. So
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Bye.